Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Kamen Rider build review for you today. This is the DX Steam Blade. As you can see, it is primarily wielded by Bloodstark and Night Rogue, as they are featured primarily here on the front of the box. While in the show they both use both, it seems that for the toys at least, this has kind of been assigned to Bloodstark and the Trans Steam Gun was assigned to Night Rogue. So as you can see here, this is the Steam Blade and it comes with the Cobra full bottle, which of course we'll take a look at. So yeah, front of the box is pretty colorful, pretty fun. I like the design of both of these guys. Taking a look at the side of the box, you can see there is Bloodstark wielding the blade. On this side, just kind of picture the blade in the bottle, kind of his shoulder carrying over from the front of the box. And there's a nice close-up of his face and the blade. And then on the back / top, again, you just kind of see sword, valve, pipe. The pipe doesn't do anything. And then it just shows the Cobra full bottle. And then, of course, here you have connectability with the Trans Steam Gun. The bottle works in the driver. We will see all of these things. So let's go ahead, get out of the packaging, and take a closer look. So this is everything you get in the box. Obviously, we have the Cobra full bottle. And once again, this thing looks fantastic. I love the silver paint. Really brings out the detail and goes well with the purple of the bottle. Just a C on top because it is a single bottle. It has no best match. That can spin around. QR code on the side. Pin system, and it is number 65. I don't know if I ever said Bat is 41 and Cobra is 65. So that's weird. I figured they'd be next to each other. But in any case, here is Cobra, and I really do like the look of it. I think that looks really sharp. Little piece inside. I love shaking these. It's so fun. Putting this off to the side for a moment. Here are the two pieces of the Steam Blade, and this is how it comes in the packaging. This is just a piece of plastic. There's nothing to this. It's fairly lightweight. Nice paint job, though. I think the red, the green, and the yellow here looks pretty sharp. You have some kind of caution paint scheme here on the back. But yeah, just a piece of plastic, nothing to this. This is where kind of the bread and butter of the toy lies. Nice blade. Got a barrel looking here. These pieces move, which we will see later on. I don't think they do anything, but they move. Little scope here, which is funny when it's just a blade because that makes no sense. And then here you have this dial or valve that goes around and then trigger down here. Does take two AAA batteries, which go in this compartment here. Remove that screw. On and off switch. And then this is the button that allows you to push these in so that you can take the stock on and off. But we'll go ahead and turn it on. Here's the speaker. So it says Steam Blade. Whoop, I hit the trigger by accident. If you connect it, doesn't make any sounds. Just wanted to demonstrate that. It's pretty decent as far as the handle goes. I really feel like it fits well in my hand. It's actually kind of large for my hand. So I like that. The blade, of course, is very tiny. But that's how most roleplay sword weapons are. But at least I like the handle is a good size. So if you press the trigger button, get that kind of generic sound. It doesn't really sound like a slash. It kind of sounds like you're banging it into something. I don't know. Again, with just the blade, I think the scope is kind of hilarious because it looks ridiculous. Like I said, you can lift these up and slide that in. It does nothing as far as I can tell. I don't think that's connected to anything. I think that's just for aesthetics. I think you're only supposed to do that when you connect it to the Trans Steam Gun anyway, but we'll get there. So if you just spin the valve until you hear a click, so the first click, it'll say ice steam, and then you hear that kind of pulsating sound that it makes until you hit the trigger, and then you get that kind of sound of something frosting over, which I think sounds pretty cool. So that is the first attack. If we spin again, So it says electric steam, and then you get a cool like electric sound. So that is the second attack. So I like that a lot. It says Devil Steam, and you get a cool, like, spooky ghost sound. I don't know, it's kind of fun. But yeah, that's it for this thing on its own. You get those 3 attacks. If you spin it again, obviously it goes all the way back around. So if you want to skip one, you just keep spinning it and it'll go to the next one. And then if you want to skip over that one too, you just spin it again. So those are the 3 different kinds of steam, ice, electric, and devil. So yeah, I think that's cool. 3 good sounds. I like that. 3 attack modes. Pretty cool. Yeah, can't really complain. A lot of nice detail on this. A lot of nice paint, especially over in this area for the stock. So yeah, I think on its own, I think this thing's pretty fun. But, of course, it can combine with the Trans Steam gun. So the first thing you do is hit this red button here, and then take the stock off. You can go ahead and pop this on the back. That will not trigger anything, but you can pop this in the front. So this actually says rifle mode. This does not say anything. If you press the trigger at this point, so you get that same kind of generic gun sound. This thing is pretty massive, I have to say, as far as it's got a lot of heft to it. It's definitely long as far as like a gun toy. Pretty good size with these combined together. This is where you're supposed to flip that up and slide this in. But again, I don't show that that does anything differently. If you spin this, same sounds if you press the trigger. So unfortunately, this being connected puts this into rifle mode, but otherwise this does not influence these sounds. So you can do whatever you want on this. And if you like press the trigger here, it does nothing. It'll just continue to wait until you press that same trigger. So again, if you want this, if you want to put this down, it's up to you. It's really just for show. I think it's just something fun to do. But we will try out Bat. So it says Steam Shot Bat. And that's the only sound if you just keep doing it. And then if you press the release on the back, obviously that slides out. And then we can try Cobra. If we go ahead and try a full bottle here. So it's kind of the same steam attack that we got when this thing was not connected. So that's kind of a bummer. So full bottles, not that exciting with this. But both of these are pretty cool. You get the steam shot sound. And this is a pretty massive gun. Now if I go ahead and I take the blade pieces off, and then this button here takes the back stock off of the gun. If we just put Cobra in here, So there you go. So that would be the transformation for Bloodstark. And then the kind of final attack if you use the gun on its own. And then if you just hit the trigger again, you get the steam break again. There you go. So on its own, you can use Bat and Cobra, and you get the transformation as well as the steam break. And then when you attach this, you get the steam shot. And of course, you can use these both with the build driver. So standard, not best match transformation sounds. And then standard final attack sounds for a non-best match. So I think this one's fun. I kind of like the Trans Steam gun a little bit more just because it has the LEDs and it has the reader as far as, you know, reading the two bottles. But I still think it's cool. It's got some nice paint apps. It definitely has some fun attacks and the sound effects there for the 3 different kinds of steam. When you connect it with the Trans Steam gun, I think the two together look really cool. So if you're going to pick up this one, I would definitely pick up the Trans Steam gun because the two look really good combined together. These little clips and slides then here I really think are just for aesthetics, just for fun. They don't really serve any purpose, at least not one that I've been able to find. But, you know, they're fun. It definitely wouldn't want the front of this to just be black. I think it gives it a little bit of color in here that it needs, breaks up that black. I love all the paint on the stock. I think that looks really good. I love the Cobra bottle that it comes with. I think that's a really well detailed and painted bottle, and I'm happy to have it. So I think with all those things included, I would definitely pick this one up, especially if you already have the Trans Steam gun. I think this one's worth getting. If I remember correctly, it was somewhere in the area of like 2,500 to 3,000 yen before shipping. So that kind of puts you between, you know, 20, 25, somewhere in that area for $20 to $25 before shipping. So I think it's worth it. I think it's fun. It might not be something you go back to a whole lot, but if you already have the Trans Steam gun, I think it's worth it because you can combine the two together, and that adds a whole new level of playability to it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd like to hear your opinions. Please like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, I just realized I don't have the Cobra full bottle right there. It's really a beautiful bottle. I think that just looks... I like it even... Well, I like Bat a lot, but the Cobra is really cool too. So definitely pick this one up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at the DX Steam Blade from Kamen Rider Build. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.